If this was sitting in a home decor store, you would never guess what it's made of. This isn't glass, this isn't metal, and this definitely isn't what you think it is. Because this entire lamp came in a box, in pieces. Welcome. Today, we're looking at the Pantasy stained glass table lamp, set 85042, with 1,067 pieces. And after building things like the retro cassette player and the DJ player, this might be the most convincing, not-a-toy build I've ever seen. Let's start with the room lights off, because honestly, this is the moment that sells the illusion. When the LEDs inside are on, the shade glows with this warm, soft light that looks like it came straight out of a vintage living room. If you walked past this on a shelf, your brain would file it under furniture, not construction set. And that confusion is the magic. Now, for scale, I brought in a brave volunteer. A tiny mini figure. Next to the lamp, she looks like she's about to give an emotional speech under dramatic theater lighting. So yes, this thing is big. In minifigure terms, this is basically the sun. Let's talk about the base first. They use this caramel color to represent bronze mixed with matte gold elements that actually look classy, not toy shiny. There are curved slopes, beveled shapes, and layered detailing that give it that old school lamp feel. Inside, it's packed with structure. There's an axle running through the core and circular Technic elements reinforcing everything. So when you pick it up, it has that unexpected weight, like a real metal lamp. Your brain goes, why is this heavier than my expectations? Power comes through a USB cable. Let me turn the lamp on so you can see how they hid this. The USB-C port is actually brick-built into the base, using regular parts to hold it in place. That's clever engineering. It feels slightly soft when plugging in, and the surrounding bricks might complain a bit, but it works. The instructions also do a great job showing how to route and hide the wires, and using normal pieces and smart ways to keep everything tidy inside. Under the shade, we get one of my favorite details. A brick-built light bulb. Inside that bulb are 4 tiny LED studs. They sit inside a shaped bulb structure. And even the screw part of the bulb uses the correct metallic colors, even though you can barely see it. That's the kind of detail that says, we know it's there, and that's enough. Let's put this back together so it actually looks like a lamp again. Now, the real star of the show is the shade. It's built from translucent yellows and greens, mixed with printed tiles that have mosaic-style patterns to fake the look of stained glass. There are circular printed elements too, adding more texture and visual noise, which actually helps sell the illusion. And then there are the dragonflies. 4 of them wrap around the dome, with translucent green wings that you can pose to follow the curve of the shade. They're delicate, detailed, and instantly give it that classic stained glass lamp vibe. Up close, you can tell it's bricks. From normal viewing distance, your brain just accepts it. The build itself involves constructing multiple panel sections. It can feel slightly repetitive, but Pantasy mixes in different panel variations, so it never turns into pure copy-paste. Once you get into the rhythm, it's actually a relaxing build. If this sat in a decor store, nobody would say, yes, a construction toy. And they'd say, that lamp is cute. And that's the superpower of this set. It blurs the line between model and real object. It looks like home decor, functions like a real lamp, and still gives you the fun of building it yourself. Visual design, easily a 5 out of 5. Engineering around 4 to 5 out of 5. Display value, extremely high. So if you enjoy builds that trick the eye and make people ask, wait, that's made of what? Then this one is something special. And your minifigures, they finally have proper dramatic lighting for their life stories. And that's the Pantasy stained glass table lamp. One of those rare builds that doesn't just sit on a shelf. It actually belongs in a room. If you enjoyed the video, there's a link to the set down in the description. Using that link helps support the channel a lot, so thank you if you choose to use it. And I'd love to know what you think. Does this pass as real home decor? Or can you still see the bricks? If you like videos where builds blur the line between model and real-world objects, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next build.